What's up, everybody? As my hair is stuck in my headphones, welcome to Sip and See, Sip and Key, Sip and See.
Oh my God, bro! Let's get it together, like in the RE.
I haven't fixed our little logo yet, so it still says afternoon tea with Joleen and Busy, but it's actually Sip and Key with Busy and Joleen. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our beloved Blowjos. Put your Blowjos in the chat as Busy Blue would say. We are here today to spill some tea and talk about things we thought. First things first time on the channel, hit that subscribe, smash that like, give it a like. Follow me and Busy on the social media. We put our social medias up in the corner for you to see. I'm Joleen, Busy Blue.
Come on, that was a good note. That was a good note.
Oh, thanks. See, no, I'm not gonna read it. Okay. If you want to support the channel, Super Chat's a great way. We also have some links in the description, and we have our Amazon wish list, which I got a little gift today, and it was really cute. And it'll be
did you open it?
Vlog. I opened it on video.
I have two. So remember, all of mine are going for Christmas. So I got this one yesterday. I got this one today. I feel like I'm getting one every day.
I should have waited.
You should have waited. You should have waited, like you should go.
Should have waited. Okay. Welcome, everyone, and putting their blowjos in the chat. We are here to discuss some things today. We have a couple things on the agenda. First things first, we want to talk a little bit about a Big Brother thing I kind of wanted to discuss. And then we got to get into, we thought YouTuber drama was over. You know, I thought, well, everyone's getting homes and everyone's fine and God bless, you know.
How dare we?
Spirit. How dare we? Because we've been hearing some rumblings between Sharrell's World, Rich Andrew, and Up and Adam. And we will explain it all. If you guys are like, I don't know what you're talking about, we will explain it all. And you know how me and Busy explain it. Now, remember, Busy and I are very biased. Everything's alleged. And we're not Connie Chung. We're not Diane Sawyer. Okay. We're not trying to break tea first.
What happened to Connie Chung?
She's still married to Maury Povich, still doing well. She occasionally smokes cigarettes. He's trying to get her to stop. Don't ask me why I know that much about her, but she's an icon and everybody should know that much about her.
Oh, Connie, the lie detector says you're telling the truth.
She was actually on an episode of Watch What Happens Live like last year or so. And so I tried to keep up with what was going on. But Connie Chung is a national treasure. But again, we're not claiming to be super journalists, and we're just here to make people laugh.
Journalist. Only Joleen got not super journalist, a journalist. Only Joleen went to school for that. I didn't go to school for that.
I did go to school for journalism, and this is how I'm using it. Sorry, Mom and Dad. Okay. Busy, how are you doing? Quick check-in with you.
I am doing fantastic, you guys. So I'm trying to eat and do this at the same time. If y'all from the DMV, y'all know about mumbo sauce. So I got chicken and mumbo sauce.
Mumbo sauce or mumble sauce?
Mumbo sauce.
That sounds good.
So it depends on who you get it from. Some people say M-U-M. Some people say A-M-A-M. I just say where it's at.
Okay. Not a new motel room, Jane. They have a home now. So congratulations to the new homeowners. All right. But that's
who's that? Who?
Yeah, that's kind of old news. We're not talking about the Yates husbands anymore because it's not relevant.
I have a holiday gear.
Oh, so do I. Does anyone talk about
their holiday gear? Oh, and you guys, fun fact, me and the babe, we took very subjective holiday photos. So our family is going to be getting some of our holiday photos with the cat and the dog and some matching outfits. And then some of our faves are going to get us only our underwear. These are the underwear we put on today.
Hey, ho, 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 ho.
So some of y'all will be getting those as well. So trust me, my holiday spirit is running off through me and through Tater Bay.
Oh my gosh. Okay. A lot of people hit me up in the DMs to cover this Sharrell versus Up and Adam story, so we will be hitting on that. But I did want to talk first about the Big Brother thing. Andrew Gabor, welcome. Joleen, where did you get your mic? I got it from Guitar Center. The lovely Cheyenne helped me pick out, know what to get. One of my lovely subs helped me to show me what I needed and hooked me up with some dealios. So it was
no dealios.
What's the dealio? What's the deal?
I
Okay,
hate you.
so let's get into this first thing. Okay, for our fans, our people, our subscribers, our blowjos who follow Big Brother, this past weekend, there was an event. I think it was this past weekend. It was relatively soon on this. I want to try to find. I have a whole screen grab of it. Now I'm like, where did you put it, Joleen?
So
Okay,
I'm learning with you all. I don't know anything about what she's about to show me. This is like new news to me.
I have so many screen grabs of things because I find stuff and I'm like, I gotta screen grab that now. And then I'm like, which one? I have a whole Memphis and Christmas mornings with Memphis that when am I ever going to use that? You just never know, people. You just never know. Okay, so I think it's this one. Let's see if I got it right. No, that's me. I'm busy. Well, anyways, I will tell you the story while I'm looking for this. What had happened was they do this event every year. It's Hearts of Reality, I believe is the name of it. Let me
the charity, yes.
It's a charity. Reality stars go to it, Hearts of Reality, and give kids the world, and it benefits. It's a children's charity and sick kids, and it's a really, really good thing. And so a lot of these, every year, a lot of these Big Brother people and the Survivor people, they get together and they go raise money. And I was told by some inside sources I have that you have to raise at least $500. It's the lowest you can say you're going to raise. And then you have your own little private site. And in previous years, you could go and meet people, can pay to meet you and whatever to raise more money. But it's a pandemic. So a lot of people bowed out. But of course, we have the usual subjects, whatever, going to it, being like Christmas, Josh Martinez, Memphis, COVID Casey, just people who don't believe in science. Allegedly, you guys, we're here for funsies. But they all showed up. And let me just tell you this. I took screen grabs while they were partying. Sam Smith. You guys remember Sam Smith? You shouldn't, because he was
the singer. Oh no, on the show.
Listen, if I was
he was all like this, he always talked like this.
And I think he has a deviated septum. So I only know because I had a deviated septum and I still suffer from nasal issues. But literally when he talks, I'm just like, ugh. Plus he has really bad takes on everything. And he is a racist sympathizer. He's Baby Bangs' best friend. You guys remember him. He's just a non-factor. I don't know how he got cast on the show. But Sam Smith, let me open up this right here. He was sharing to his Instagram stories because the one time he might be relevant is, going to this event. So he's out here in the Orlando streets. They're all in Florida. So some of these people decided to, during a pandemic, fly to this charity when they could easily raise the money online. Now, I was told that a lot of the kids weren't going to be there, so that these super spreaders, Big Brother partiers, could infect them or harm them. I mean, that's worst case scenario. I mean, these poor children and stuff. But there was a lot of people that bowed out. But Sam Smith was like, I could be relevant. So he brought his wife, and he was putting it in his stories that
this is how much.
Yeah. So last I checked, there might be more. Since then,
my student loan from Sally Mae, aka Naviance, aka BKA Street Thug, BKA, this will go on your credit report, CKA, this will go on your credit report, is almost triple that amount. And I pay that every month. Okay? I pay that every month because I went through a private loan, and the government was like, oh no, private loans still count. Just public federal loans don't.
Yes.
Y'all trying to tell me
that
me, Busy Blue, who is paying triple every month to provide to Navient, aka Sally Mae, aka Navient, BKA Street Thug, CKA, I'm gonna put this in your credit report, only raised this amount of money?
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm telling you.
It's a no for me. It had the nerve to go in person to call for people.
Here's the thing. Again, that he could have later on raised more. He did a live and he was like, I can't believe when I got here, I'd only raised like $50 and now I'm up to 177. Thanks, guys.
Oh, girl. Where are your family and friends? Where are your family and friends?
Oh, Busy, I love you. Every time I know that I need to laugh, I know.
Oh, and Natalia, girl, She's giving me body yada 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 yada.
Thank you, Natalia, for the super chat. My two favorite.
She's giving us everything.
Our
Now
favorites.
sit down, girl. That must hurt your back.
So a lot of these I had checked over the weekend. So again, this could have changed. They could have raised after the fact. But I'm thinking if you're going to go, it's a children's charity. Here's the thing. This charity allegedly pays everyone to come there. So before you show up, I get you can raise money while you're there, but they're paying for your hotel. They're paying for your flight. Allegedly, they're paying for other things, your stay. So it's basically a free party for a lot of these idiots. And so I would work my ass off to raise well over. He had set his goal at only $500. That's the least you have to raise to go to this event. So
he doesn't know anybody. Now you can raise more than that. No disrespect, Joleen. But me and you can raise more than that.
I feel disrespected.
Once I said it, I was like, oh, that is so good.
I'm just gonna post this directly to my Twitter because otherwise I can't. People are gonna be like, why is she posting Sam Smith's entire story to her Twitter? But that's what I'm gonna have to do so that we can actually see his story. Okay, so
this is crazy. 107. How many days? What's the length of time he was looking?
So it's like a weekend.
I have walked, for more money than that.
Listen, just throw down. You were on a television show. I don't care what you're doing now. You got shitty merch that says send it, which I still don't understand. What am I sending? I don't want to send anything. You were on the show for a millisecond. Nobody included you in any alliances till it was too late and they were ready to vote you out. What are we sending? The only thing, your legacy, Sam Smith, is basically shitting on the women of color of that season. That's literally his legacy. That's what he does all the time. Any chance he can go against Jess or Kemi or anyone, he takes it. You know what I mean? And he defends the baby bangs, the little, racists and stuff like that. So I don't know what his legacy is. I would think that he would want to, work harder. So here's the thing. Okay.
That Christmas one said that she had raised how much money of how much percent? This is out of I can't. Let's see what the BS he was talking about before.
Okay, so I gotta I'm gonna play. Hopefully I selected.
Oh, Christy, she was there too.
Let me stop. Oh, of course, Christy's not gonna miss an opportunity to just be, awful, right? Okay, so I'm gonna share this. There was a lot of people that went. That listen. Normally, like a Janelle or someone like that would go, but they didn't go because they're smart. And they know
in the middle of a pandemic.
It's the middle of a pandemic. So, sorry. Let me know if that's too loud, you guys. Here's the deal. So here starts his stories, and they were all putting it out there. So Christy's there.
Those on his feet.
Listen, he just got off the construction job. I don't know. Here's the thing. I remember this dude allegedly. This is all alleged because this is my memory, so I can't tell you by like factual basis. I remember this dude. I could have sworn he was raising money online for a pool for himself. So. Listen, if you can raise money, no, this is all alleged. I could be wrong. Drag me, Monique, drag me. But I think he was raising money for a pool. I think he might have had a GoFundMe for a pool. So I feel like you could have thrown in a little bit of cash toward the kids' charity, but they treated it as a weekend to party and play. So that's what they did. So Hearts of Reality was I checked their website. They were very specific on rules. You have to wear masks at all the events, social distancing. Let me just tell you, as we go through Sam Smith's story, which he put out for the world to see because he was so damn proud of partying during a pandemic while only raising, at the time, $177, which is less than Busy's student loan payment. So let me know if you guys can hear this. I don't want to blow your ears out. So warning, you might just want to turn it down a little bit, but once it starts, and I'm going to try to play it maybe a little slower mode because you're going to see drunk Christmas and drunk Memphis, and you're going to see Christmas. She doesn't have her car, but she looks aggressively drunk, grabbing at her new man, Memphis.
Oh, ew.
And COVID Casey is there. And
the amount of love I love.
Okay. Then we got Rachel Swindler. I don't know if you guys noticed, but that was also. Am I able to go back on this? Okay. So here we have Memphis and Christmas.
Oh
And
my God, me too. Hashtag me too. Did you actually grab him? I was hitting it from behind.
So we got Rachel Swindler. So we got Sam, Christine, whatever her name is, Bo, come on. You're friends with Janelle. You can do better than this. I was talking to Ina about this. Like, you're friends with Janelle. Rachel Swindler. You got Portia. Remember Portia from Rachel Riley Brendan's season when Rachel won? And
she needs to be there.
And then racist apologizer Tami. The
what
Broadway
dancer seems like
that
he should be there too.
Yeah. So it makes sense that he's there. But I'm just like, Bo, what are you doing there, Bo? So, okay. So let's get back into it. So then we got no social distancing, no mask in sight. They're there for the kids. They might run into some kids or parents, could infect anybody. We're at the midst, like California just went into another lockdown. I get this is Florida. It's like a country in hell. But why
does everyone look like they're going to events and Sam looks like he's doing security for the event?
Because Sam's never invited to things. So he's like, I can't pull out my best t-shirt, babe. We're going. And she's like, the Walmart one. He's like, for sure the Walmart one. Because I hate unions. I don't know. I'm just like, this is all me just projecting. Okay. So here we go. Now we're at the party. There's Memphis.
Who is Memphis touching on?
Someone who looks uncomfortable. Someone
what
who
is definitely... this? No, she's groping him. He's groping who?
He's groping a gentleman. It looks like a gentleman. I'm not
sure. It does.
I'm not sure. Okay, so here we go. And she's like, now without me. Christmas is faded, elevated. You can see it in her eyes. We can play it again. I used to have the slow down option. Christy's just got to get in the mix, girl. Come on. No. Okay. So
what's going on?
Christmas's eyes are like this. Now, Busy, this is
what is this? Get up off that floor.
Hello there says, what in the Michael Darby?
For real.
Okay, you're going to hate this part because Sam was all proud that Christy Murph is about to show Sam's wife the WAP dance that I'm sure she learned on TikTok. Okay, here we go. And in the back, you can hear Casey, COVID Casey, who just has been partying since the pandemic started. She's like, no mask for me, Mom. I'm good. And then she was out at one time before the BB All-Star season. And she was like, I don't feel good. And she's out at a bar. And she's like, I don't feel good. And we're like, go home, COVID Casey. But she was on this season of the challenge. So that should be fun to watch.
What was this supposed to be again? Can we, and what is this VIP pass? Can we just go back once more? I wasn't sure what she was supposed to be showing us.
Okay, so she's, there's going to be a longer version of this. She's trying to do the WAP dance. She's like, that's a WAP, that's a WAP, in like a Staten Island voice. And
it's a no for me.
You can hear COVID Casey in the back going, Christmas, Christmas. Again, no social distancing, all partying. And some people can say that I'm being picky, but this is a serious pandemic. The numbers are skyrocketing. We just got an alert.
Flu season starting.
We just got an alert on our phones today. If you live in the state of California, you know what I'm talking about. We're in a state of emergency. They're like, do not leave the house unless you need to. These people are like, let's go to Florida and do a shitty white girl WAP dance and invite Sam Smith because that's going to bring the money in for the kids. Okay.
Everything's legal in Florida.
Here we go. I think they all might be infected already because they're
what in the gingerbread man was this themed?
They are far too excited and proud of what Christy just did. So I think they might all be infected.
Was there a theme? Because that girl looked like she had a gingerbread dress on. It looked tacky and messed up. And I'm hoping it was a theme.
They have a Christmas lights thing.
Okay, thank God.
So in the back there is Casey. So there's Christmas in Memphis. It's kind of hard to see you guys. I hope you can tell who it is. Or maybe you don't want to. So they're making out because they're newly in love. And then Casey's like, cock block. I'm sure she's like, I want to get a little piece of something, because Casey loves to be in the mix. If you guys watch her on the challenge, you know what I'm talking about. And then she'll go, what are you talking about? We're just friends. We're just totally friends. And I missed a super chat. I apologize. Island Vision Aries. Thank you so much for the super chat. Love, love, love you, girl. And Lisa A, that is a crime against humanity. Christy needs to go directly to jail. I'm telling you, It's I mean,
Don't pass go.
that's
Don't collect $200.
it should
Go
be like,
directly
that's
to
all
the
wrong. That's all wrong. Get a bucket and a mop. Make her clean it up. That's a mess. Okay, here we go.
Ew.
So this is Sam's wife, and Christy is teaching her the WAP. So busy, you don't want to look. This is like Nightmare on Elm Street. Freddy Krueger is back. Look at Sam. He's like, ooh, I love it. He's just imagining just these two non-rhythmic ladies weapon him, you know?
I'm talking That's a
This is definitely helping
the police.
This is definitely helping the kids. So here's, I think, Sam, this is where he admits he hardly raised any money. I think this is the part. Unless I cut it. I don't remember.
Now we're going to be headed to the Festival of Lights at the Give Kids the World Village, so that should be fun. I'm excited. I'll post a couple stories. You can see the light bulbs. I want to touch base. I'm actually really excited because when I came here, I only had like $16 in my donation for Give Kids the World. And from being here and posting everything, now I'm up to like 100 and change. So thank you to those that donate.
You know who donated more than that? I have had brothers and sisters do cookies and popcorn drives for the boys, Boy Scouts of America. Okay, raise more money for popcorn. Okay.
You have a responsibility. You are getting a free trip, sir. You and your wifey, who's doing a shitty WAP with Christy, who we can never see again, and that would be fine. And you get all this for free, but it's for the kids. Which kid or parent is like, you know, it would help my kid who's very sick, seeing Sam Smith, having him just yell in their face with his gold chain and his work boots. If my kid could see that, they would get well. I don't get it. I don't get it. Let me put
this to the side because now I feel like I have to read, and I'll try y'all my best. And I'm busy, but I was hungry. Okay, I had lunch and I had to go straight to shopping.
No,
let me tell you something.
Worry.
Oh, I have no choice. They made me. Don't y'all ever come over here and culturally appropriate. First of all, I'm talking to you, Christy, in that dirty A floor that everybody's walking around, and whomever's wife that was sitting up there doing those stick figure poses. Don't y'all dare. First of all, get up off of the ground. Unless you got $500,000, and this is what I need y'all to know, Kids for America, whoever was the charity. Don't allow people to come over here and take advantage of the fact that y'all are paying for people to see them and for them to provide money for youth or children without them meeting the minimum. No one, and I repeat, no one in the world wants to see Sam Smith. I don't want, first of all, I kept forgetting that the winner of season 20 of Big Brother was there. Okay, now season 19 was there. No one wants to see her in those Christmas lights. I don't want to see individuals who I feel like shouldn't even have kids kissing up on another racist man. Everything about this was wrong. You wrong, Eddie Long. And you're forcing us. He's before I got here, I only had $16.
What are you doing?
Not even what are you doing? Because you could be doing nothing. How are y'all allowing him to come to this event with more money than it takes to put him in a hotel room? Girl, I could have fluffed those pillows. You got two people up there at the Jersey Shore, wherever they are, saying that, you know, our staff work hard, so make sure you fluff your pillows and help clean up. And y'all sending them down to hotels that are fancy, where everybody's going to be doing everything for them, and it costs more than what they've raised. If you only got 25 cents, okay, raised, you don't need to be coming to my event, okay? Kids get to humanity or whatever your organization
Hearts of Reality.
Oh, Hearts of Reality. Don't need to be a part of that. It just makes me really upset because you know what? They overlook real people like me and Joleen. We're sitting here. We really care. The last time they gave us all those donations, we gave it straight to charity. Straight to charity, okay? Straight to charity.
We gave
more money than what he had.
Yeah, We've given more than these people who are on television. Okay, so thank you, Realification. Realification says if I was in that spotlight and only had to raise $500 and could only a few dollars, I would have donated it myself to spare myself the embarrassment. Right? I would have spared myself the embarrassment. That's ridiculous. And the fact that they're using it as a time to party during a pandemic when it's supposed to be a charity for kids. If you only have $16 raised, no one's donating because they're seeing Christy do a shitty WAP dance on your Instagram story. First of all, nobody follows you. So how would they see it? So what I'm saying is you should be working your ass off instead of partying and getting drunk and not wearing a mask. You should be working your ass off to get the funds you need to get in order to do this. This is a privilege that you get to go and represent for these kids. Okay, so let me go back into and show you. Okay, so at the time, this is over the weekend when they were all partying, getting drunk. So when Christmas is drunk on Memphis, there might be more money now, but at the time when she's just drinking without a mask, like, come here, she raised $93. This woman has all the followers. She's pimping out her products on CBS. She just got paid a bunch for being on Big Brother and ruining our summer, and she couldn't even throw in some. And then Memphis, 104. He's a business owner. He owns restaurants, and that they had said that they were donating through some auction. They were auctioning off things. You don't gotta auction. Hit the 500, and then whatever you auction off is extra for the kids. Because again, these two, their totals were 500. So you
make your money back. Just make your money back. Say, look, this is what I'm giving, and then do things to make your money back.
Look,
how dare you? City, you have a restaurant. Any appetizers half off or half of the money goes to such and such. Anybody who buys an item right now, $2 of that goes straight to Kids for America, whatever the organization's called. I don't like the fact that I make so much less than y'all, I'm assuming. And I would have been able to say, you know what? If I'm going to sign up, here's the $500 and then tell all my friends, girl, this is how much I already gave you. At least help me get it back. Okay? Y'all not even smart enough to do that.
I know. So I saw the first tweet of this by Giselle at Giselle BBUS. Says, woo, good thing they showed up to a charity event during a pandemic in a critical state, which is Florida, having raised this much money. I thought that was funny. So we have Christmas was up to 1,000. So at the time of this, it was $93. But she said, because her and Memphis are together and they were doing their mornings with Memphis on Instagram, she said she's auctioning off stuff. Listen, chick, auction off one of your abs. Do whatever it takes to hit that 1,000 before you start partying. It's a bad look. Tommy Bracco, look at Tommy. Sell those colorful pants that you got when Crisscross was on the top of the charts. And maybe you can make some money with like vintage clothing. He's got 113 raised at the time. I don't know what he ended up with. Casey, at least she set hers at 8,000. So I do give props to Casey for at least having.
She made it like we may need a smooth passage. You know what? I retract everything that I said about Casey. I take it back because she done made the money.
Yeah, so I actually was proud to see that Casey had made that much money. Now she went there, but Casey's got MTV money now. She's on multiple seasons of the challenge, so there's no reason she can't save or do at least 10 for these people. The amount of money and the amount of times I've seen her in VIP in her stories, she can give. She can give. Okay, then there's Danielle Murphy. Remember her on
No.
Ian's season when Ian won, when Dan's funeral?
Oh yes,
I think that was season 14. Danielle Murphy. I guess allegedly has turned into like, whoa, what's she saying? And says some pretty cray stuff. But even Danielle Murphy, who some people are like, you know, someone needs to check in on her speech and, you know, what she's talking about. She even has set $500 and she got almost 3,000. And I didn't see her in any of the party things. Maybe she was there. Maybe I didn't notice her. So even Danielle Murphy.
She came here to donate only.
Even Christy Murphy hit her total. So, but that's not enough for that WAP dance. You'd have to put another $5K on that.
First of all, she owes us money for that.
She does. And then Sam got 1 million.
Why are you here? Why is she here? You shouldn't. Who said?
Now, again, full disclosure, I haven't checked the sites since I saw them all partying. I'm like, I want to know how hard they worked while they're partying and, you know, all this stuff. And this is the last I saw. So maybe they've done better since then. And if they have, please let me know.
It's a no. It's a no for Busy Blue. It's a no for the blowjobs. They didn't do it. Oh, they're a slippery slope all to hell.
So thank you, Brandy. Brandy says, get some Target pajamas for Sunday's Fun Day review. Yes.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it.
Even there were people that didn't show up. Like I saw that, the Survivor people showed up for this. I looked at all the Survivor accounts and everyone basically outdid themselves. Like Janet, I don't know if you remember Janet. She was on one of the bad seasons with the Harvey Weinstein guy. But Janet Carbon, she raised almost 5,000. Her goal was only 2,000. But these people that set their goal at 5 or 1,000 when they've been on TV, and they're definitely making money off all the followers they have on Instagram, and they're, they have now a big audience. This doesn't make any sense that they're doing this. And then also, let's see, who else did I see?
Is it normally just CBS individuals or?
Yes, it's CBS reality people. Elaine, our girl Elaine, who was on the same season as Janet, Elaine Stott, she set her goal at 2,000. She raised well over 2,000. The thing is, these Survivor people, they don't get the exposure Big Brother people get. Big Brother people should be stepping up. They get an entire season. The followers you get leaving a show like Big Brother is so much more than you see the Survivor people. The only big Survivor players, or the only people that have big followings in Survivor, are the big players, the Boston Robs, the Sandra, stuff like that. You've been on multiple seasons. But these little people, I mean, even Sam Smith, like I say, didn't have any followers, but he has more than he deserves. Rick Devens, he set a goal of 1,200, and he was on Survivor, and he surpassed his by like 2,500 or so. Even Cliff Hogg didn't go. He had set the goal of $500. He raised $1,436. Good for you, Cliff.
Look at you, Cliff, with those boring ass reviews.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest Cliff fan, but hey, I got to give him props. Wendell from Survivor raised $1,644 at the time. So
that's my man. Yay.
Right? Sandra, who wasn't there, set her goal at 2,000. She raised $2,626 at the time. Didn't even show up. Just raised that much money. So there's no excuse for this $100 BS.
I agree. There's no excuse. Lock them up, send them to jail with Mike Boogie.
I wanted to get that off of my chest because I saw it happening all weekend. I was like, and they were proud of it too. And I'm like, put on a mask and give some damn money. Okay.
And this is the reason why Big Brother, and y'all look into this, Robyn casting. This is the reason why Big Brother has gone downhill the way it has. You're non-empathetic. They don't care about other people. They're very selfish. They're not really into what they're doing. So they're not gonna say, you know what, I'm gonna use this to somebody else. Whoa.
What happened?
Am I still showing?
Yeah, you're still showing.
I am.
You scared me. I was like,
my screen went black. It was like, girl, my screen, Robyn Castor was like, play with me if you want to. But this is why no one's using the veto on other people or trying to shake up the game, because they have no reason to. It's not in their personality. Sam was dumb. Everybody else that you casted was dumb. So hey, Christy, get off that floor.
I'm telling you, now that Survivor is on Netflix and Hulu, I've been going back and watching seasons. And obviously there's, some problematic Survivor people, but they cast Survivor so much better than Big Brother. It's ridiculous. Jane Filden says, I am your hag. No,
come on in, hag.
You are our Blojo. You are our Blojo. And Jamie B says, Christmas plus Memphis equals you. So that's
the biggest ill.
The Big Brother story I wanted to share. Again, feel free to send me screenshots or whatever if they've raised more money, because I would like to see it. But Tommy, at the time I checked, Sandman, he had raised just over 100, I think, bucks. It wasn't, none of them did a great job. A couple of them did, and we gave them a shout out. But if you just scroll back a little bit on the video, you'll see exactly. I shared a screenshot of it, but I want to move on because we have bigger tea to talk about. So busy. We've been covering YouTube drama. Again, you guys feel free to follow us on social media and send us any tea, drama, things like that you want us to cover, and we'll consider it. Some things people send me, I'm like, I don't want to cover that, or this, or it's either too sad or it's run its course, But this one we had to cover. Okay.
We had no choice. We had no choice.
We had no choice. Okay, so here's what's going on in the YouTuber world. I saw these videos popping up. What's been going on is, thank you, Shayna.
Thank
Love
you,
you guys.
Shayna. What you drinking? What's in that cup, Shayna?
Shayna looks beautiful.
And those
Okay.
red nails for the holiday. Sorry, go ahead.
With the beanie, everything good. Okay, so I saw some videos pop up, and a lot of the YouTubers, the YouTube bloggers, the tea channels, like Sharrell being the biggest one, and everyone kind of underneath.
Everybody loves Sharrell.
Yeah, everyone knows Sharrell. We say Sharrell. I know some people are like, Joleen, it's Sharrell. But Nana, and if you guys watch the channel, you know Nana, my mom. She calls her Sharrell, and Nana will get her tea from Sharrell, and we'll go live, and I go, "Oh, where'd you get that?" She goes, "Well, Sharrell said." So,
we will be calling her Sharrell.
So we just call her Sharrell because that's what Nana calls her, and we love Nana. Okay,
Yeah.
So Sharrell has been posting a lot of videos. Well, for the past since August or September, she showed up on the scene with this new young thing. I don't want to say a PYT, but a new young thing. So NY. Thank you, Jay Kiddo, for the super sticker. And this kiddo, me and Busy commented, it's alleged that this kid is Richie Rich.
Let's go. Let's start from, we don't even have to go back from that far. Y'all saw the time where Sharrell kept having that young look. So after the John Yates scandal, so I wasn't really big into Sharrell like that. Or so, let me not say that. I've known of Sharrell. Me and her, we started doing YouTube at the same time. We both started doing YouTube at the same time. We did Big Brother. She started doing Big Brother. She started doing other things, right? So, but Joleen was keeping up with the channel.
I was keeping up with Sharrell because Nana fell in love with Sharrell. And, you know, listen, I was someone who, when we did the John Yates first video, I was like, listen, I get why Sharrell's upset.
Yep,
and
sure was.
And Busy was more like, well, I see this or that, and I didn't see all the things that Busy was pointing out at the time. So I was kind of a little bit of a Sharrell defender. Then Sharrell joined us live, and it was nice to talk to her, blah, 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 blah. So Sharrell started going live with a fetus, a literal fetus.
Once we started, it was right after the,
yes, it was right after
your husband?
Yes, right after Perry came out as her husband, and they were like, the YouTube's coming from the same house. And everyone lost their shit. And then, you know, the Yates Motel blew up and everything. So then all of a sudden this tiny little baby, this newborn popped on the scene, and we're like, who is this? And people were like, Joleen and Busy, he's a law student, he's rich. And I'm like, who? The baby? Did he go to baby law school? Is there a toddler?
Right.
Like,
does your mother know that you stole the iPad and that you're working on the iPad? Does your mother know?
Yeah, Lil Baby Gap showed up, and sometimes he had pearls, and he did tea, and then they would do this thing which I found to be cringe-tastic, and drag me, but they would go like this, and she would have a cup and pretend to take only one sip through the whole broadcast, and then they were done. I didn't get it. So, yes, he's so fetusy. Yes, a fetus, just a little baby, just growing into him, you know.
And we've been saying this from the beginning. You guys go back to our videos from the beginning. We both were saying we didn't know how young he was, but I do know that I don't think that his mother knew he didn't have permission to use the iPad that day. I don't think he was done with his classes, and I don't think he was supposed to use the iPad that day.
He looked just like a little baby, you know? So I was just like, why is Sharrell talking to this kid? Is she working with the daycare center? Like, what is happening? I didn't understand it. And even Nana was like, Sharrell's on with the little guy. Who is the little guy? Nana didn't understand it. She asked if it was a family member. I said, I don't think so. She just met this little guy. But Nana was also very concerned because she wants to make sure Perry's okay. Because Nana was very concerned, heard that Perry was sick. So in as much as we joke, I hope your family, Sharrell, Perry, yourself, everyone get healthy. V, I saw today, looks like she's a little sick. We want to keep V healthy.
Little girl, V, put in your vacation time. How much do you have left, girl? Put in your vacation time. You need a break. Take a break. Go upstate. You need to take a break, girl.
Yeah, V, you deserve a vacation. And so, okay, so we like Andrea, like we have so many fans. We're fans of so many of the characters. So yeah, even Nana was like, who is this, little baby zygote on the channel? And I said, well, I guess it's this Rich Andrews. So the more videos I'd watch, the more uncomfortable I got. And I just couldn't watch her Rich Andrews stuff because, first of all, I get your anonymity. I'm not anonymous on YouTube. I'm my full name. You can find me. I'm who I am. Blah blah blah. You know my husband. Blah blah blah. Yeah, both of us. His name, his birth name is Busy Blue.
Busy Blue. Yes, y'all know my boyfriend, Pay the Bay. Y'all know production man. Y'all know exactly where I live. Everything's so easy.
Yes. So whenever someone, okay, so I always live by the Judge Judy quote, and I say this all the time. If something doesn't make sense, it's probably not true. And the Rich Andrew thing never made sense to me. And we talked about it a little bit. And it was always like I've watched so many lives now where he's like, I'm a blue blood, and listen, people who have
my family comes from thousands and thousands of years of history. We've created education institutions, and we've our forefathers have been able to sit here and create acres and acres and acres of land.
When you told me, Busy, that this little baby said that his family made America.
When my family came here and founded, see, we've been here since the beginning of America, and we've created institutions from the beginning. So I know my privilege. We've started some of the best institutions that as America would put it, some of the best institutions in the world is what we have. Girl, when I said I was so upset that day, I texted Joleen immediately.
And I was like, what? The white guy's claiming what?
Girl, he started Brown University, Harvard, Yale. He started all of the New England Ivy Leagues. He started them, okay?
Apparently, but then he needed someone in that chat to school him on who, where the land really came from. Speaking of which, thank you, Tamika Jones, for the $4.99 super chat. Lip Esteem in the house. Go to lipesteem.com where I get my lipstick. The baby stole his mother's pearls. So sometimes, like I said, yeah, he did.
iPad. She didn't know he was on an iPad.
He always had like a hutch behind him with some like grandma decorations. So anyways, it just got really weird. And then I noticed a trend of the two of them would start putting out they were starting a narrative that people were stealing their stories or copying them. And I thought, well, that's weird because Sharrell is, a successful grown lady. There's no reason to say things like that because as you get older, you realize imitation is the greatest form of flattery. Now, if it's legit stolen intellectual property or stolen content, that's one thing. But if people listen, the Sharrell style, which I call it because I didn't know about it beforehand, the Sharrell style of YouTubing, people have asked me why I don't do it. They've been like, Joleen, you should take calls and stuff. And I'm like, listen, I have a lot to say and so does Busy. There will be no time for no one else to speak. And also,
we barely have time to speak.
We barely have time to speak. And I want to talk to you guys through the chat and stuff, the live chat, but I don't want people calling and then going, hey, hey, your pussy's fat or something. You know what I mean? I feel like they
well, thank you so much for letting us in, Joleen. I just want to say you look nice. I love your tree. And this is all you're gonna. God bless your family.
Yeah, I know. I don't need people kissing my ass or telling me I don't know. It's not my style of YouTube, but I love that that's what they do, and more love and all the love to them for doing it. So, but this is now I'm so glad I don't do that because I think a lot of this trouble starts with people thinking they know people on the internet that they don't really know. So they just started saying these things. Like I just noticed when Rich Andrew hit the scene right after John Yates left, Rich Andrew hit the scene and, he was just like, oh, thank you. Herbert and Co says, never done a super chat, clicked a button, and then it turned to $500. I said, Lord, that amount needed a Zoom room for my Christmas party for my kids and say Merry Christmas, LOL, live comedy show.
Girl, you should have done it down the way, Herbert and Company. Girl, you should have done it down the way. First of all, I love your hair. Are those kinky twists? Or are those regular braids that I'm not seeing? Don't even put it back on.
Sorry.
I think they're kinky twists.
They're beautiful.
Or your hair just look up. Now she do look like she's behind a lollipop or a candy cane, girl. You're giving me Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory. But yo, you should have let it stay to $500. I promise you we would have kept it and donated it to whoever Sam Smith should have been giving that
Listen,
money.
we wouldn't put in his name. We'd put in someone else's. So they just started all of a sudden I would hear these things, I'd hear them say things like someone stole our story. People just like to copy us, don't they? And I thought, well, that seems kind of teenage, It's a very teenage thing to do. Listen, you have 250,000 subscribers. who cares if you're all covering the same stories. If it's your word for word, the thing is what sets you apart is your commentary on it, I think. If you're just looking to get the story out first, then you are going to have some competition, because that's hard to do. But I think people go to your channel because they want to hear what you specifically, have to say about it, your opinion. Now,
I'm not sure if people are going to her show for that, though. I did start to realize, and no shit, because, we love Sharrell over here, but
yeah, because people will go back to Sharrell's channel and they'll say, Joanne Busy talking so much shit.
Yeah, they have been. And you can say the whole thing because I've been going to their chat and I've been saying, oh, why is Busy here? Why is Busy here? First of all, Sharrell knows that I love her and it's all in jest. Okay, when I got to point out the truth, I got to point out the truth. Joleen sometimes got to look at Busy and be like, and I'd be like, you're right, girl.
That's the problem with society. You can't just blindly, one of the problems, thank you. I'll be the Karen and tell you about it. You can't just blindly believe, everything I say, everything Busy says. Look at everything with the critical eye. Like Tupac says, question every motherfucking thing because you just don't know. Everyone has vested interest. Everyone's biased. That's why I always start the live saying we are completely biased. Okay. So you are not going to get the whole truth and nothing but the truth from me because I don't know the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I know what I saw and then I take it and then your mind does stuff with it and things. So you can, you even question things and people that you're fans of, or at least I do. That's why I don't jump on, like a political team and just like it's my favorite football team. Even your favorite football team, people criticize them. Thank you, Envy, for the super chat. Thank you for addressing the Sharrell's World Rich Andrew segments. Joleen and Busy, I find the segments cringeworthy. Also, the Yates husband's antics and drug references need to end. I'm not laughing. Also, the Yates husband antics and drug references need to end. I'm not laughing.
I guess she's talking about Sharrell's channel.
I don't know.
Because we don't know what they're doing over here.
We don't know. We haven't been keeping up.
I'm still trying to digest and learn more information about this whole toenail situation. So we're stuck at a certain situation over here on Sip and Key with Busy and Joleen.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with people's toenails. Okay.
Yeah.
And drugs.
We don't know. It's more power to them. God bless. Merry Christmas.
But I don't know if people are going to her channel for her commentary or just to get the information first. Because now it seems like she's getting more people to do that part, the funny part.
Yes. And I think you saw that early, Busy, is what Sharrell does is she presents the information and then she'll be like, oh, you're so crazy, or he's so crazy, and everyone's so crazy. I can't believe you said that.
Barry, Barry. Go ahead, Barry. Oh, Barry, I'm tired. Oh, I can't breathe, Barry. You are too much. So what you saying?
And I've said before, it's almost a genius way for her to work
because
she's able to get other people to say the entertaining things that she might not want to say for a journalistic value or just so that she can seem to be non-biased, because she'll say things. I forget what her exact thing is, but she'll be like, I just reported. I don't make the crazy. I just say the crazy or something like that. So it's actually a genius way to have this panel, have them say all the cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs things. But in my head, I'm like, I know you're smart, Sharrell. So I know you put these panels together and certain people are going to say things and it works out for you. So yeah, more power to you. That's how you do it. And so bringing in Rich Andrew, I feel like he had a really strong personality. And here's the thing. A lot of you, I've seen it in the chat and I'm going to have to call some of you out right now. A lot of you, and after we get to the full of this story, are still riding hard for Rich Andrew. Now, here's the thing.
Very much so, girl. Right, Zardy. Right, Zardy hard.
You don't know this baby. That's why people say, I don't like babies. I like my baby, but I don't like everyone's babies. You have to be, what did this, well, I guess we have to get further along. It's a lot when you're willing to live or internet die for someone you don't even know. The guy didn't tell you his name. You don't know how old he is. You don't know who his family is. You all are following him on Instagram, falsely believing he's taking a picture, one of his pictures, because of course I had to do my due diligence, my research, and he's taking a picture by a Jaguar car, but not the license plate, not showing he's driving it, just by the logo saying, oh, I think I bought my car or something. It's like, I could have just went up to any car, you guys, a Mercedes, and been like, my car, but you'll see me in my Honda Civic because that's real life. Anyone who has to be so secretive, I don't believe it. And he always
what are you doing sitting, bending down by the by the sign. You want to take a picture of you at the whole dealership? I can do. Look, if Busy Blue lives in a neighborhood where we have money, I promise you, I'll go find somebody's nice car. You only see Honda Civics over here. People with Hondas, Mitsubishis over here. But I could go take a picture and kneel down by anyone's vehicle. Show me the dealership. Show me the key. Show me you doing this.
And shaking hands with the guy that sold. Full disclosure, we found out today. So there was so there's these rumblings. I want to get to the point of this. It's just so much stuff.
2 days? Was it 2 days ago?
Yeah, so there was like 2 days ago there, I'm subscribed to both Sharrell and Up and Adam. You guys know Up and Adam from Sharrell's channel. And then along the way, he started his own channel, and Up and Adam seems to be like a lovely individual. I went live with him once, and you guys know that because he has some feud with some girl named Joleen. People thought it was me. So we hit each other up, and he's like, hey, come live so we can clear the air, because it's not me. And I didn't want people to think that I would bully this lovely kid. And we found out, and I call him a kid, but he's probably like in his late 20s. I don't know how old Up and Adam is, but he's young. Up and Adam. And he's got a boyfriend, and he's so cute. And we found out we lived in the same neighborhood. It was when I was living in West Hollywood at the time. So it was awesome to just talk to him briefly. And we really haven't talked after that. We followed each other, and I keep up with his stuff because I find him to be a delightful human being. And he's very positive and cool and whatever. So that's all I know about him. It's not like I'm sticking up for my friend because I don't know him like that. Right. But I saw that he popped up with a story about Erica Jane, and then Sharrell and Rich Andrew had been doing these stories saying, you know, Erica Jane, you know, she was getting divorced from her husband, Tom. She's a Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, if you guys don't know. And now they're saying that her divorce is fraudulent, and she's being accused of embezzlement. And that's why they're doing the divorce, so they can embezzle money. And they've been maybe doing this since the 90s, is embezzling money from his law firm that he has into her entertainment account. And she would have to know about that. Because it's going directly into
I didn't even know the story. That sounds juicy. This is how not a part of any of that.
Well, her husband was a part of the Aaron Brockovich case. I don't know if he was like the main attorney. I'm not sure, but it always was very interesting how this woman whose husband's an attorney, and attorneys can make really good money, but how they could have this much money where she has a glam squad. She's paying $40,000 a month for glam, private jets. And it looks as though now, allegedly, they're saying, the court documents are saying that they've been possibly doing this embezzling since the 90s. And Tom is being sued by the victims' families of a plane crash. So the victims of a certain plane crash, their families hired him to represent. They got money from the crash, and they didn't see very much of the money. And so, so he's basically allegedly stealing money from.
Yikes! That's even more better than this juicy topic. I didn't know about any of it. Now I gotta do some research.
Yeah, so it's juicy. So I saw Up and Adam pop up with a video, and I saw Sharrell, and I was watching Sharrell's video, and then she was talking about
they released the first. There is
Perry being sick, and then she talks. It's again reference to her releasing it first, and all of a sudden the next video I see is, so she's kind of like, oh, Perry's sick, and I got to get this story out, and then I'm going to take Perry to the hospital. And then Nana called me, and Nana said, someone has to tell Sharrell to take her husband to the hospital first and do the video second. Nana was very upset. Nana was very worried. So I'm going to have to call Nana after this and give her an update on Perry, because I did see him live today, and he looked a little better. I don't know. Better. I hope he's okay.
B needed to go sit down. She needs to go to the hospital.
Yeah, but Nana was real worried about this. So then I see a video pop up. This is all again, like a busy text me. He's like, this is a crazy 48 hours. This is all within 48 hours.
All within 48 hours, y'all. All within 40. Now, when I say I was on the case, I want to say it was all in 36.
Yeah, it was. No, I'm sorry, 36 hours. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. And I know this is a lot, you guys. I know this is a lot. So it's a lot. Stay with us. Stay with us. It gets better. Okay. So we hope it gets better. That's subjective. But so what happens next is, so they both put out these stories of Erica Jane. Now, Lisa, I want to say Lisa Vanderpump. Sharrell and Andrew have been reporting on this Erica Jane and the divorce since early November. And again, hinting constantly at people stealing their stories. I assumed they were talking about Monica from All About the Tea, or whoever they're feuding with. I assumed it was one of them. Okay. Well,
I had no idea.
No. So then she goes live and she said, Wendy Williams' mom passed away.
Mhm.
R.I.P. That happened on
Wait, how
Sunday.
long was the video? Do you remember how long this video was? Because the title was, y'all, and this is what I have to share. You know, I love you, girl. This was at least like a 30, 40-minute video. How long was the video of Joleen? Jolene's looking it up.
Yeah, I'm
Only
looking.
the first 3 minutes of this entire video. So the title was Wendy Williams loses her mother, betrayed, can't believe, something like that. But YouTuber betrayed behind somebody's back, something like that, right? I clicked the video like, oh my gosh. And knowing Sharrell's channel, I understand that Sharrell, you know, to her, Wendy Williams is an icon. To a lot of people, I love Wendy Williams. You know, I stand Wendy Williams.
Okay,
But we gotta move that Phil Spy stuff out the way.
I know. So here's the video is
25
minutes. So it's I should show you the little the thumbnail is this one, betrayed. And
Sharrell,
it's
Wendy Williams' mother dies.
Mother dies, exclamation point, which you never want to put exclamation point after somebody dies. My dad did that on Facebook once. It didn't end well. Okay, so she's here and she talks like Busy said very briefly, and then goes into Sharrell's world betrayed by other blogger. And as you can see, this view, I was looking at views too. This is up to 121,000.
Oh my God.
Views and going. So in this, she claims that another blogger came in and not only took her Erica Jane story, the plane crash, all the embezzlement, the most recent story, and sold it, not only stole it from them and put it on their YouTube, but sold it to Page 6 for cold hard cash. Now,
only 3 minutes of this video. I kid you not. Y'all go watch. Well, I'm sure a lot of you already have. Only 3 minutes of this video, of this 25-minute video, was about Wendy Williams. Only 3. I promise you, I'm not lying. Only 3 minutes. Okay. Immediately it was. So on to bigger news. So you guys know I've been in this industry for a long time. I'm thinking, Jesus, this lady's an icon to you. She's never been enough. She's helped you do what, you know, craft your show. You want to go talk about it for 3 minutes?
And this is a good, like, Badar, this is a good point. She should have deleted the video by now. So we'll get to that too. And I do agree with that. So this video goes on and I'm like feeling for Sharrell because I'm like, someone else betrayed her? My God, this is like becoming
it's a team trying to take her down.
I mean, and I again thought, well, maybe it's all about the tea, maybe something. I was like, could it be our beloved DJ Richie Sky? But he's so cute.
Oh, no, I don't think he's fine. I don't like the way he do things, but he's too cute to do it. You come sleep with me instead of doing stuff like that, Richie Sky.
Then the moment that I started, it started clicking for me the more she talked about the person. I was like, she's talking about Up and Adam. Now she never
I had no idea.
Yeah, she never fully named Up and Adam, but I had just seen a story pop up where I just seen a video pop up of him talking about Erica. And I was like, okay, someone used to be affiliated with him. That would be Up and Adam, who is doing stories about Erica Jane. That would be Up and Adam. But in my soul of souls, and I'm very big about believing my gut, and I don't always get it right, but I was like, nah. Up and Adam wouldn't do this. I don't see this. Up and Adam has had the opportunity, and this is just me from what I've heard him say, and just knowing how West Hollywood works. And I lived in LA for so many years, and a comedian and all the stuff. So everyone wants to talk about their experience. Well, 11 years in entertainment. Up and Adam is the type of person that could get booked tomorrow. If he wanted to do a reality show, they'd put him on a reality show.
He's cute. He's calm. He's very mannered. Yeah.
Young. He's, he's talented. That's what they want. He's got the look. He could easily go get, but he kind of, I think, chooses not to. He wants to go, a different way. He's actually has this, he's been in a relationship for a long time. So I just think that he doesn't want to sell his soul to reality TV. But if you do Up and Adam, I totally understand because it is hard out in these LA streets. So I was like, no, he's not going to sell it. That's just, I don't see him doing that. I see him wanting to build himself so that he can have his own platform, because in LA, it's so powerful to have your own audience and platform that you can walk into any meeting and then you run shit. That's why you'll see comedians comedians, and you'll see trying to make our own mark, because otherwise people try to mold you and change you and do all kinds of cuckoo stuff. And if you are older, you have a decent head on your shoulder, you want to build you don't want them to just go, you should do this shit show. And he's like, that's not where I want my career to go. So it didn't sit with me that Up and Adam, or that this narrative that was being pushed not only on YouTube, but also I went to the Instagram. So I went to Andrew's Instagram and Sharrell's Instagram, and they put up multiple videos, multiple lives talking about Up and Adam, where again, they didn't directly name him, but everyone in the chat was saying it was him. And they were kind of trying to get us to believe that Up and Adam was jealous of Rich Andrew. And I'm like, again, no, because Rich Andrew's living in, he just got out of his crib.
He lives in Potomac.
Yeah, the minute the mommy daddy cam comes back on, they're going to be like, baby got out of his crib. And Up and Adam is out in Hollywood as a fully grown adult, seemingly in a really nice relationship. I mean, I wish I looked like Up and Adam. My career would be going so much better, So
I don't. You look amazing. I think what was bothering me throughout this whole type of thing is that we were going off of the subtle truths that they gave us, right? So we know Up and Adam, we know what he presents, and then we know what Sharrell and Rich Andrews, who lives in Potomac, his family founded America, presented. So this, when I first saw the first video of Wendy Williams' mother passing, I was like, oh my gosh, like, who is this person she's talking about? I immediately was thinking all about the tea, right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, okay, because she kept saying they want to take our format and you don't have to be first. Now, again, I didn't know the story. Okay, I had no idea what the story was. I just knew someone was trying to break something first. And you don't have to be the first to break it and then to sell it to, page 6 and all of this stuff. So I'm thinking, Jesus, people are reading page 6. Like I was like, I had no idea any of the things that were going on, right? So then when the double down happened during the live, this is when things started to click for me. I had no idea it was Up and Adam at all. It was when Sharrell went to her Instagram and was like, I'm gonna wait for other people to come in. We gotta
talk to our girl Sharrell too. And Jimmy's saying the Instagram lives were brutal. You guys, the
very
YouTube weren't brutal. The Instagram lives are brutal. And we got to talk to our girl Sharrell, because we got to all stop doing this angle. We got to get it right. We got to get her up.
Hey guys,
here.
I'm going to wait till more people log in. Hold on. Hey guys. I'm not crying. I'm not crying. I'm not sad. I'm just, hold on, you guys. Hold on.
I'm just like mad. I'm just whatever. But she goes on to say in these multiple lives, some with Rich Andrew and some by herself, she basically is saying that Up and Adam is a horrible person, that she's just disparaging him beyond belief. And it was really hard to watch, because I'm thinking, and she said, I got a call from page 6, or a source at page 6 told me it was Up and Adam. And then Rich Andrew said, and you can make $100,000 on that story. That's when I was like, no, sir.
On a court document that's public record.
It is public, and no one is making 100 G's anymore on these stories. Do you know how many leaks there are? Do you know with Instagram and all the social media that has stopped all of that? No one is page 6 is not paying $100K to get a story on Erica Jane they can find, like you said, in the court documents.
On a public record, girl. You got to be some type of dumb to pay $100,000 for a public record, unless you just really don't want to Google and you got disposable income like that, girl, it's a no for me. And the fact that she was like, no shade, I'm so, you're so large of I'm so large of a YouTuber. How dare you think you can get something over on me?
Like,
I've been in this game for so long. I give people, you came in here, you saw how we do things. You saw the operation. We let you in, and here you go. You try to duplicate it. You try to get it out first. No one wants to. And I was thinking,
it's me. This is what happens. Unfortunately, I'm going to say this, and a lot of people are going to get mad at me. But sometimes when we start, I think Sharrell gets in vulnerable spots. And I also think sometimes if you're vulnerable and you start believing your own hype, ooh, that's a recipe for disaster. Because the minute she's like, he's just got a little bit of followers. And that, yes, you have 250,000. Don't like this is you shouldn't
She
even be
was saying
addressing
that. She
this.
said, "You're a small YouTuber. You're a
It's the
small YouTuber."
It was the same with the John Yates stuff. It's like you're above it. You shouldn't even like when you have to say how much money you have or when you have to say how many subscribers you have, that takes
Tell
away
him.
from it. You
Tell
don't
him.
have to say those things. That means that there's like an insecurity somewhere that you're not fully comfortable with. So to
Or
me, I was
there's a
like,
truth that you don't even. There's something in that aspect that you don't believe or truly feel comfortable about, and you're trying to gloss it over with this. I guess that could be an insecurity as well.
there's just something. Listen, I get that she's listen, I do believe that Sharrell's been burned. I do. I think
I believe as well.
just being in comedy, I've been burned by people I tried to help, but you also have to like know that you got to sometimes just really follow your gut on some of these people. If I look at Rich Andrew, I'm going, this is a kid, this is a catfish. I immediately
Who let this out? Tommy Pickles, come here. Why are you out of the crib?
I mean, it is just it's too bad that she didn't see this for whatever reason. People will make you believe what they want you to believe if you allow them to do that. And anybody. So let's get to the specifics. Okay, so I just couldn't believe the disparaging comments that were made on these Instagram
She doubled down. She doubled down.
So junior high when her and Rich Andrew's like, well, he always does this thing with his lips. I read people, I watch their body movements, and I'm thinking, this dude is lying. He's like, I'm at my family's land. I'm in Arlington, and I'm
on our estate, and that's why I'm sitting behind these. It almost like is at somebody's desk or dresser, bedroom dresser.
Hiding from his parents, we come to find out. So
you should not. Somebody tell his mama he got the iPad. Here, I promise y'all, if we really look behind the scenes, he'll be like this.
Yeah.
Let me get a pillow. Excuse me. With the door locked and the chair against the door.
Baby wants boo-boo. Baby wants boo-boo. Baby like, Mama, Daniel Tiger won't play. No, Daniel Tiger.
He's listening to Kids Bop. Oh, no, he's in there listening to Kids Bop. Don't worry about him. He's listening to Kids Bop.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Hey, they're listening to Kids Bop. That's my kids coming. They're listening to Kids Bop. So they were just saying, and it just felt really high school. And he was like, we have grounds to sue. And I'm like, you can't sue. You don't even
public record. You're suing about giving up information that's public court document record. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist. Y'all need to know what the Busy Blue really do in real life. All of this sounds stupid. It sounds more dumb to me because of being 30 years old. Yeah, all of it sounds dumb to me being 30 years old. I'm going to sue for them releasing information to page 6 that I found from public record documents first and sold to them first. Girl, go to bed. You must be weary. Go to bed. Like Candace said, go to bed.
Yeah, I mean, you got to go to bed. Okay, so Up and Adam, after being disparaged both on Instagram and multiple lives and on
such
YouTube
a strong individual too. Did you tell them about? He did try to go on a campaign and saying like I didn't do it. He was highlighting things.
He went on Rich Andrew's lives, and I believe was trying to get him to add him to kind of clear the situation up, and then the lives would disappear. So okay, so Up and Adam put out a statement on his YouTube, and Busy will be right back, you guys. He's just getting very emotional about this case. Okay, so and he said, just for those who were wondering, page 6 cited their source per federal court documents. So at this time, Sharrell and Rich Andrew, little baby, I should say, Sharrell and Baby Gap are saying that Up and Adam took their story, sold it to page 6, and then did his own video where he cited and attributed it to page 6. So they were acting like he was some kind of psychopath. But Up and Adam just said, I cited the source, which page 6's source, which was not me. It was federal court documents, which you can get a hold of. We see it happen all the time. So not per Adam Newell, which is Adam's name. He said, I had a lot of respect for this person who is spewing venom at myself, my character, business, and good name. I uplift my community, not tear them down, and I will never change that about the community. I refuse to be the next victim. Also, get a life and keep reaching while I keep working. Love you all, Adam. And then he also highlighted the fact that in the actual page 6 story here, it says the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star and her lawyer husband were sued by Edelson PC, talking about the Erica Jane case, a class action firm, on behalf of a number of Boeing plane crash victims for allegedly embezzling settlement funds meant to help the victims of Lion Air Flight 610 per federal court documents filed Wednesday. But at the time, Sharrell and Baby Gap were having you believe that it was Adam who sold the story for $100K, which I couldn't believe that Sharrell would believe he'd get $100K for this story with federal court documents. And that he also then did a video for himself after getting this $100K, was like, money, money, money.
His Instagram is gone?
I just checked Andrew's Instagram just like an hour ago. It doesn't surprise me.
Girl, it's gone.
Yeah, it's like Andrew's lifestyle. So then
it's here. He took off. Well, he did take off with Sharrell.
Then they were, saying that he then went on to his page, made a video, and cited page 6, which really would have been himself. It's crazy. Okay, so then we come to find out. So all this is going down. I'm like, poor Up and Adam. And I talked to Busy. I said, I see he's losing subs. And I see people going on his page saying these awful things. That's what happens when someone has 250,000 subs and someone else has 20-some thousand. That is the discrepancy. That is why I hate when the big channels kick down.
It was like 25 something, right?
Yeah. And it looks like what Sharrell did was she just had a knee-jerk reaction without doing any research, the same way she took on this little baby gap fetus guy. So then Sharrell goes on. I can't
be calling him baby gap while I've been gone. You give somebody an itch and they take him out.
I just decided that his name is Baby Gap. Because also I don't want to, we do learn something later. So all of a sudden today, 7 hours ago, I see this with a picture of our cute little Up and Adam, and I'm thinking, it says, I'm not a liar. Adam Newell from Up and Adam did not sell stories. Hi guys, how are you today?
To be fair, I sent this to Joleen. I sent this to Joleen, right? So I'm sitting here doing my work, right? And I like to have on podcasts behind me. Normally it's a murder, but this time it wasn't a murder, right?
This is better than murder. This is crazy.
I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh my God, what is this live that's supposed to be coming up, right? So I sent it to her. I'm sitting here. What is this? And I'm telling her, girl, now I'm confused. Because now I saw the live. I saw that it was Up and Adam. I'm thinking, okay, I can't believe Up and Adam did that. But you gotta get your team together. And as she already put it in my mind, all these people are against her. People are taking her format. They're trying to tell the story first, and we've seen this from the John Gates clan. I've seen other people do this whole call-in party, block party format. So some parts I, have to take on as, okay, maybe there's some, I don't want to say legality, but truth in what she's saying. Then I saw that and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, she got Up and Adam so she can apologize to him. And wow, she's really, coming out and saying, I apologize. I was wrong. I really didn't do this. This is really big of her. And then she's going to have Up and Adam is going to be, this is what the internet needs. Like, this is really what the internet needs. No, man, Pam. What do we see, Joleen?
No, ma'am, Pam. Exactly what Busy was saying. She showed up on the scene, and all of a sudden, we got Perry, we got Nick B, we got Alex. Now, listen, I was excited to see Alex because I've never seen Alex as a character. Alex is Sharrell's sister, and she is a legitimate journalist, and she is her credentials are through the LAPD, which I'm thinking this makes the story even more cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, because your sister, who has a channel of 250,000 subs, could have easily called Alex over at the LAPD journalism and said, hey, I got this little baby gap guy that says he's rich and he's got all these cars, he's got all this information and intel, and he knows people at Page 6. Do you think I should look into it and see if it's legit? I don't know anything about him other than he says this is his name.
Run his name.
Can you run his name? No. So when I heard Alex talk, I actually was like, God, Alex would be good. I could see her hosting like a really cool podcast, whether it be about crime or something like that. I liked her vibe. I liked her voice. She did have a lot of echoing because she's not probably so she just needs a mic. That's all. So Alex, so allegedly what happened then is Sharrell is saying they found out that, you guys wait for it, that Rich Andrew isn't who he says he is.
Oh, no, wait a second. Hold on, wait a second. Joleen, you have to repeat this again. I don't know. Wait, for the people who got the cheap tickets, you said what happened?
What? This young boy who won't give us any information about his life other than claiming to be a blue blood, rich, went to boarding school, which Sharrell calls bordering school. And says he has all the tea, but he can't tell you how, and he looks like he was born 2 days ago, isn't who he says he is.
No. I know. This is no. Wait a second. So Rich Andrew is fraud Andrew? I just did a little bit. Is Rich Andrew fraud Andrew?
I'm telling you. Mo Betta Flower Petal, Joleen and Busy. We did. Watch our old video. Sharrell's World is in the exceptional student education program. I didn't know if she had started a daycare. I didn't know if it was a Make-A-Wish that he was on. I had no idea. I didn't want to judge, but I just thought this doesn't, like Judge Judy again says, if it doesn't make sense, it's probably not true. And I was like, this kid looks like he was born 2 days ago. He needs a bottle. Like Busy says, he needs a nap. Right. He does not need to be on. I thought it was also very weird. Someone young who hopped on her platform who said, I don't want a channel on my own. I don't want any notoriety. I don't want anything. It's like, those people don't exist. They don't exist. Those people stay out of this realm of entertainment. Anyone who comes, this is for future YouTube, anyone who comes to you is like, no, I don't want that. I don't want a channel. I don't want followers. I don't want anything. I just want to be a part of your massive channel, but I don't want anything for myself that could be beneficial for me. That doesn't make sense. That does not make sense.
And the thing is, he's always against a dresser, a fireplace, backed into a corner with an iPad, those Harry Potter glasses, the haircut. And I'm not going to read him down, but I did start to notice that every time I came on the channel, he gave me some shade. Like, here, Busy's here. I got to go. Well, the last time I came on the channel, he had to go. The girl had to go.
I told Busy, when Busy was on Sharrell's show, and him and Andrew Gabor were taking the side of like the Candace, talk about Potomac, and then Rich Andrew and Sharrell were taking the other side. I noticed that once a Baby Gap saw Busy pull up, and it was Busy and Andrew, which is quite the team, BTW. Baby Gap was like,
mom's the word. I gotta be right back. Excuse me, Sharrell. I'll be right back. And now it's to come out that he wasn't even. So he's well, how old? Y'all put it in the comments because I don't know.
Okay, so they're asking, does he even live in Potomac like he says he does? Well, he's been called out on social media saying, oh, I'm at some land of my family. And then people are like, no, that's blank and blank farm. I live right over there. What are you talking about?
Right. He kept saying that. So y'all be the deciding factor of whether or not he lives there.
I will put it on everything that this kid has no money.
I was thinking he lives in Virginia, y'all, just like me.
He doesn't live anywhere close to where he's saying he lives. What he knows is the thing he has on his side is that he's what would he be? Okay, so here's what also came out. Okay, did I already say this, or we just said he's not who he says he is?
Yeah.
You guys, they're speculating.
Ooh.
They said he's a teenager.
Girl, yo, put it in the comment, Blowjos. How old do y'all think he is? Put it in the comments. How old do y'all think he is? Well, 'cause they said he was a minor, so he could be between 0 months and 17 years old, right?
22 months, you guys. He's 22 months. Listen.
Y'all put it in the comments.
I'll adopt him. I seriously want to mother something, and this
I
little
think we could. The way his clothes looked, they were swallowing him. He had the glasses on, so cute. It was like somebody had just done this to his head. Go ahead, little guy. Every time somebody said 16, 16, 17,
Listen,
16, 17,
I heard
4
a lot
years
of
old. Coco, get out of here. Somebody blocked it.
I heard a lot of 15s and 16s. While Sharrell was live, a lot of people were they said he's a teenager. And Alex I could see her sister Alex kind of wanting to maybe really not like a 19, 18, but kind of like push it. So I'm thinking he's probably even younger than 16. If I had to guess, I would say
11.
Junior high was not long ago. Like 8th grade graduation was a hell of a day.
Moving up ceremony. He just had another moving up ceremony. He's going to the next school. You know what? And I kept saying, I feel like he's just hitting puberty because he had these spots on his lip. And you know, Busy Blue had really bad acne. Really bad acne.
As a 40-year-old lady.
And it made me feel like, okay, when he was doing that, I was like, oh, it's just like how I was doing when I was that young. This is too much. So, okay, outside of that, what else did we learn about page 6?
So Rick,
you saw the team so much better.
So baby gap is 13, 14, 15 max, you guys. Max. Doesn't most likely live where he says he lives and probably has the amount of money you and I have. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to speak for everyone in the chat. You all could be a bunch of richy riches.
We broke. He got the same amount of money as the blowjobs.
This dude who kept saying, I am a blue blood. If you don't know what that is, I'm a blue blood. I went to bordering school. I just loved when Sharrell was like, so what is bordering school? And I'm like,
school. Why would she need to know if he's in law school? He said he was in law school.
Okay, so Sharrell, was on and she was very visibly upset. You can see in this picture. And she had her team behind her, which was good. But she's so cute, and she's
B, you need to take a break, and you need to call workers' comp people to let them know that you're not getting what you're supposed to be getting in the days off, because V was hacking up my lung, your lung, all the blowjob's lungs. Talk about a blowjob. She was the whole time. V, what do you have to say about this?
Envy says, Joleen, he went on to say he had a nose job in one of Sharrell's videos. I'm almost certain he referenced he's above 18. I'm sure he referenced that, but he is not. And you can get plastic surgery and a nose job. I wanted one when I was 14, and my parents were like, well, let's see if we can get the funds together. And the doctor said they were willing to do it if I had my parental consent. So no. So, okay. So she's upset. And what we find out, she said, they just kept saying through all these videos, we were inundated with people and sources. And I'm thinking, is she confusing sources with her sub saying, hey, Up and Adam is doing stories about Erica too? Because who are these sources? So apparently then she went on to say that page 6 told her, she knew that it was Up and Adam sold the story because page 6 told her. And then it comes out, it wasn't page 6.
Oh my God!
What? Johnny Cochran. Okay.
Blowjobs in the chat for the lies. Yo, I'm telling y'all, we can't write this. And somebody was telling me in the chat, oh, Busy, calm down with the theatrics. How dare you be sane and settled during this time period? You cannot write this. You cannot write this. It gets worse and worse and worse.
I'm thinking, okay. Again, I'm not at the level that Sharrell's at. I'm not at this super high level that people are at. But I would think if you're dropping tea, you got the knowledge. I always thought Sharrell had context, TLC, page 6, Variety, ET, just pulling. But apparently
it was page 7.
Apparently, yeah, page 7 called. No, I can imagine Baby Gap going. Hi, it's me, not Rich Andrew. I would like to tell you, Up and Adam is totally bogusly jealous of me and my hot self. He is a total hater. Yeah.
What? You said so. This is page 6, correct? I just need to know for notes.
Yeah, this is not Rich Andrew. I just have to tell you, Up and Adam is a total hater. Okay. And he's jealous because Rich Andrew is super cute and looks really great in cardigans, and he wishes he could cardigans.
You're so crazy, page 6. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're just a staffer?
No, I'm the owner. I'm King Page 6. You haven't heard of me? I'm the king. I'm the king of page 6.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much. Hey, you say you know Rich Andrew's family?
They're blue bloods. Do you know what that is? Not white, not red, blue. Better than all the other bloods. Yep. We have our own island. Yep. And
did your son go to the bordering school that he went to?
Yes, we all went to bordering school with border collies, and we were very excited about it.
And you said who gave you the information?
Up and Adam. He's just a jealous. He's just a hater. You probably knew. Oh, he thinks he's so pretty with his perfect face, his perfect body, his perfect relationship. But let me tell you, he's nothing. If he went to my middle school, if he worked at page 6 like I do.
Wait, is Rich Andrew still on the line? Rich Andrew, you still there?
No, it's not Rich Andrew. It's the king of page 6.
Oh, king of page 6. Okay. And you said he went to the same middle school as you. This is juicy. And you know what they've been trying to steal my cat. So can I write you down as a reference for the lawsuit?
Yes, you may. Just call back. Wait, I'll call you. You don't call me because I'm the king of page 6. And that's how this works.
Can I use you as can I use you on my video? I'm gonna do a video. Can I say your name?
No, you can just say page 6 because I'm very exclusive and I only talk to people who are blue bloods. You are not a blue blood.
I'm not.
Know how it works. Okay. But hit me up on Snapchat or whatever.
How could that conversation have gone?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like whoever a baby gap is, whoever he's working with, he needs to go on catfish. Now, here's the thing. Full disclosure, once we found out, obviously, that this little kid is a little kid, it changes the game because he's a minor. And so it's like, here's the thing. So this kid, the live with Sharrell, it seemed as though she was like, the truth must be known that Baby Gap lied. Now, a lot of people feel as though she's throwing Baby Gap under the bus. And then Baby Gap. Do you
think so? Because she didn't create any disparaging remarks against them. I
think that as a grown woman, as I am, as Sharrell is, as Alex is, as V is, that you should probably just take this one on yourself. You got tricked by a kid. I probably would mention it, but then I would make sure to say, here's the deal, you guys. I am so sorry because it's not him. He's a child. He's still learning who he is. He's testing his limits. I used to, back in the day in 1994, 14 years old, me and my friends thought it was hilarious to call our friends' parents and leave, or just random numbers and leave voicemails and be like, Mom, we're at school. You're supposed to pick me up. Like, we thought we were hilarious. That sounds like a really shitty thing to do. If you're a parent, you get that voicemail. Your brain's not fully developed. Right. This is, again, though, also watch though for the signs, because the more I learn about this Baby Gap story, the more I see, and I don't want to compare the two, but it's not a comparison. It's just a couple similarities. It reminded me of the Andrew Cunanan story because
what's that?
Who killed Gianni Versace, who shot him outside.
Oh, yeah.
So Ryan Murphy, who I love, did the Versace show, the dramatic, interpretation, whatever. Dramatic, not a dramatic interpretation of the murder, but you know what I mean? He did the story of it. And this has if this in fact is true, and this little kid is out here doing fooling full-on adults, this is similar to what the Andrew Cunanan guy did early on in his life. He pretended to be in high society. So it gave me feelings that I'm not saying, I mean, Lil Baby Gap, he didn't kill nobody. He's just trying to get online and make stuff up. But just
what is he trying to do?
You know, I think he probably was a fan. He might be a lonely kid. Who knows? We're all lonely. We're all weird. He might just be catfishing and thought it was funny. There's lots of different avenues and things we can speculate on. But maybe he got in with a big channel on YouTube and he's like, I feel special and important. And maybe, like Sharrell says, he did get in over his head. But the number one thing to remember is that he's a baby and you're an adult. And so you have to take full responsibility for this one. Because not only did you let a baby go on your channel, and at times he spoke kind of reckless of housewives and things that he didn't know much of, but also disparaged a friend of yours, someone who was close to your channel. And why were you so quick to believe? Not just because of your past, but if Up and Adam is such a good friend to you, why were you so quick to believe that he would do that to you? I mean, I guess the argument will be, or the reason will be, because feels like she's been burned a lot. And I think a lot of her subs will say that too.
Did she read the article first? Because didn't the article read, we got these things from court documents.
They thought that, I don't know, they spun it somehow. They thought that it was really Up and Adam and he sold it. And then that, I don't know. I don't understand. I just think that as the adult in this, she should have just taken full responsibility, be like, this is on me. You had to have looked at this young man and been like,
he's 10. He's 10. He's 10. Yeah. He doesn't even dress like he has money. And then the things that he was saying, they didn't match up. They just didn't match up. I come from money. We have universities, but I'm sitting here dressed like this. I'm giving all the tea to this person. And I come from this lineage of money. I'm in law school, but I have enough time to be on live with Sharrell all the time. All the time.
Not giving stock. Actually, I do remember him. He had a lot to say about finance and things like that. And even if he was,
he was a finance expert.
He was a rich kid. He's a kid. So no matter what, like, that's what I never understood, why we were taking his opinion as being anything smart or fact. Like, Sharrell, you are a fully grown, smart woman. No matter how rich he is, no matter what bordering school he went to, you still know more than him because you lived a life. And life experience is way more than just some alleged cake eater going to a ritzy school. Why were we supposed to believe? As a subscriber, I'd be mad. I'd be like, why did you want me to believe that this baby was going to tell me something? And he would get on and he would be very smug because he's a kid. But at the time, we're thinking he's a law student. Well, my family and my blue bloods and he was critiquing people's
You guys have no idea. No, the community that I live in, like my parents, seriously, they know people in high places. I told you already, and no shade to the boy, to the young man. That day, he was like, I have very spicy tea. We just got in the ratings. It was 1.0.8 something for Keeping Up with the Kardashians. First of all y'all Make America Great Again people need to start watching our Kardashians. I mean, not the Kardashians. Keeping Up with Kim Zolciak or whatever that show is. But then you can see that on BravoTV.com. TV's Zip.TV.
This is what happens, I think, too, when your channel gets really big. And part of me can understand that you're kind of designating certain people to.
That's self-serving for a second, Joleen.
No, I'm not at that level. I would imagine once you get to that level, everything's so big and they want you to cover, because people hit us up all the time and we're small YouTubers. And I'm like, I can't cover all this shit. And so I feel as though she's not doing the research she needs to do. She just wants to get the content out there because
give me the facts first and then I will share it.
But I feel like it's a disservice ultimately to your subs if you're just putting stuff out to put stuff out, which I don't know if that's what she does.
Tardy for the party, whatever that Kim Zolciak name is. You're getting stuff that you can find online. He can look up a court document.
But I don't think she wanted to do that. So she was like, hey, I got this kid who said he'll do it. He said he's in law school and he's doing it for free, because Sharrell admitted in this video she also wasn't paying him, which I don't know. Here's the thing. I get when we've talked about this before, I get when it's someone who can build their own channel. Do you know what I mean? Like the Up and Adam thing. I do think that probably did spark a lot of his subs, but then they met him and they liked him. And you don't stick around and you don't stick sub just because someone tells you to. You have to like the person. Because I tell people to sub to people all the time. And then they'll even leave comments like, oh, busy. Joleen told me to sub to. I wasn't sure, but now I'm so happy I subbed. I like you more than her. You know?
Oh, I never got one of those comments.
Well, you should get that. But, you know, same with Miranda, same with Sarah, whatever, because we like to uplift each other and, you know, we're all in this together. We're not in competition with each other. But I think that, you know, she's just gotten to the, so I think that she doesn't have to necessarily pay when if they're like, well, I just want to build my channel. Can you help me with the growth? Because that's huge. I mean, getting to 20-some thousand subs. I mean, Adam, he hasn't had his YouTube a super long time. And I remember just getting to 10 was like this feat for years I never thought would happen. And to surpass that, I was just like, oh my God, I'm in heaven. And now I'm like, when do I get to 100K? So I get that, but it just made no sense to me that this kid doesn't want his own YouTube. He doesn't want anything out of it. Someone always wants something. You're never going to find someone who's going to work for you solely because they want you to get all the benefits and everything. That's just not how human beings are. You're going to want
teenager
compensation. So now it makes sense that you can't pay him because he's a child.
There are child labor laws, Sharrell, and you're sitting out here with Fraud Andrew. There are child labor laws that you need to. This is getting real ridiculous at this point. And
this is
the question.
Mini-series. Bobble said she should have known when he couldn't make it to her block parties because it was past his bedtime. Brandy said she had him giving stock tips on how to be rich like him. Listen.
No, she didn't. I need facts and figures.
Busy.
Her husband does real estate.
Busy. Listen, this is so cuckoo. Also, because during this time, she was very upset. Okay. But everyone let her off the hook.
Joleen, her husband does real estate. They say they're behind the gates. They said they're behind the gates, Joleen.
Harry does real estate?
That's what she said. She said he owns properties. And then, because there was one story that they had let a prostitute or a hooker or somebody live in one of their places. They rented out to yes, and they're behind the gates. Y'all don't remember her saying that he does real estate? And now they're giving out things about them being behind the blood. So wait, so
Sharrell, shut up.
Daddy up there for 428 in the chat. Y'all know who does that for
we need Heidi here to tell us. Heidi, if you're here.
No, Danielle Robinson, she's on Heidi. Danielle, she's there 428.
Heidi, tell us how many are in the chat. Is Heidi here? I miss Heidi.
Calm down, Busy. It's okay. Read the comments, Busy. That's really what the people are saying. Y'all, let me tell you something. I'm very frustrated at this whole thing, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm frustrated.
Me too.
One, because people want Busy Boo to calm down. I'm not gonna.
It's telling you to calm down. I didn't see that one.
I already saw it once, but you know, I'm being gigantic today. But still, the frustrating thing about me about all of this is, and I hate to make this about a race issue, but who cares? Stay with me. You could be black and you be discredited, okay? Just because you're black. She let this little white boy come up on here, okay, licking lollipops and suckers that he got from the bank when he went to the credit union with his mom to open up a bank account, sitting in a corner and never getting a true view of his home, and come up in here and spew these lies. Yeah, I'm rich, and my family has all of this, and for acres and acres, and I'm understanding my privilege, and you can, and those balls that he got from Five Below putting around his neck as he's passing up his pearls, and then I would have to come over on there.
Not Five Below.
Bro, I saw those bike chains he was putting around his neck trying to pass him up his pearls, and then I'm coming over in there, and it's like, well, Busy, he says, let's be clear, Busy ain't old, but he's at least 30. Okay, let's just end it there.
Yeah, right. I don't believe it.
I'm at least 30, and I know a whole lot of stuff. I was getting discredited over on Sharrell's channel, okay, because of what Fraud Andrew was saying, Defunct Andrew was saying. I was getting discredited. I'm thinking, okay, I know that they live across the bridge because they live across the bridge from me, Candace. Oh, I know the property value is really high because I know that area, and because of Defunct Andrew, Fraud Andrew, Insufficient Funds Andrew was coming over here. Then it was Rich Andrew said that that's not what's going on. So I don't know what to tell you, Busy.
This is the thing. This is what scared me. You guys, this is how cults are started. I'm not saying Sharrell's got a cult. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the fact that everyone just blindly believed Rich Andrew, Baby Gap, and was like, yeah, he's rich. He's a law student. Because even when we were in our chat, people were like, no, he's a law student, Joleen. He's this. And I'm not saying you guys, but we had people come at us and go, don't talk about him. He is a law student. He is rich. He's a blue blood. It's propaganda. The more times you say something, the more people believe you. The dude said the kid must have just studied World War II or something because in school. I don't know if he got that far in 8th grade. But propaganda, you keep saying it and then people believe it. May I implore you, question everything.
Please.
Question me, question Busy. Don't blindly say Busy and Joleen said it, so it must be fact. Please don't give me that much credit because I'm a comedian and a commentator, as is Busy. And we
I don't
know
remember what I said myself. Joleen corrects me. I'm like, oh, you know what? That's right. I don't remember my own life sometimes.
I do not I never want people to just follow blindly onto, even when I do bad shit. You know what I mean? Like, you can lovingly be like,
correct me.
Correct or something like that. I mean, don't be a dick about it. I don't need you in here every day being like, I had a comment recently and it's fine. You guys can say it, but it was like, this is subpar compared to your normal comedy. Like, okay.
Whoa. Tell me how you really feel. Tell me how you really feel. Constructive criticism, people.
No, but everyone has the right to, you don't have to like everything we do. But geez, the fact that, I mean, you still will see the love for this kid. And granted, don't go harass this kid. Please, dear Lord, nobody harass this kid. Please, dear.
Yeah, please do. First of all, that's child abuse and y'all should not be doing that. And we need to call the parents on child. Let me not say that.
What?
Nothing. I'm not even gonna put that out there in the atmosphere.
But it literally is. He said it. He kept saying it. I'm blue blood. I'm rich. I'm this. I'm that. I'm blue blood. I'm rich.
My family has. I'm sorry. I have to. No, I can't play it. I don't want to get a copyright strike. My family has been in this for thousands of years. We've owned slaves and we've started the best institutions.
He didn't say that, did he?
Nobody wanted to. He didn't.
Oh my!
When you came into the camera, you're hanging out with me way too much.
I know. I like my lips on the thing. I'm just like, don't believe the propaganda and don't unsub to Andrew. Everyone sub to sub to Adam.
Yeah, don't be subbing to Fraud Andrew, Defunct Andrew, Insufficient Funds Andrew. Do not do that.
Don't give Baby Gap a platform because he's young and he has a lot to learn and grow. And if we give
him
a platform now, go to school. If we give him a platform now, this is a toxic environment. Look at how these adults are handling it. Me and Busy are on here covering YouTube drama all the damn time. Don't let this kid go down this road. Have him get a real job. I mean, maybe
it's not healthy.
It's not healthy. It is not healthy. I tell my mom every day, I go, I wish I wanted to be a dental hygienist and not a damn comedian, because then I could have a home and a lawnmower and a real life. But instead I have this need to entertain drunk strangers, So that's not normal. I've been to therapy. I know that's not normal. Speaking of my mom, Nana is in the chat. So yeah, don't unsub to Up and Adam. If anything, give Up and Adam all the love. And so
give us the money so that we can think about super chat us, so we can think about getting Sharrell someone who does the fact checking for her, because I think that's what we need.
From the looks of V, I think V was kind of like this a no for me. Like she did a Busy Blue, and Sharrell was like, no, I love him, because Sharrell in the video was like, I love Baby Gap, and I'm like, but you don't. No. Klingo said, did someone come out and expose him? Yeah, Sharrell did. And Sharrell's sister Alex, who's a journalist for the LAPD, This all could have been taken care of a long time ago. I want to see more Alex. I want Alex to have a crime cast. I want Alex to have maybe even like a rich people. Like, also, stop glorifying. I got so many soapboxes today. Also, stop glorifying the 1%. So someone told you this little white kid was rich. We're all like, thank you, thank you. This is
why do we believe it? He looked disheveled.
And this is why people say eat the rich. You should have told him, in this economy, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Everyone is suffering. We're all trying to live. We're all wondering where our next meal is. And this kid's trying to say, oh, well, I went to boarding school and I have
family's owned lands on lands.
Generational wealth. And Candace doesn't have generational wealth.
Girl, don't get me started.
Racist, first of all.
Don't get me started.
And they started.
These are implicit biases, and I want all y'all hags or Sharrell stands to understand, because we all go through this sometimes, and sometimes you need somebody to point it out. These are all implicit biases that we put forth. This young white man with the tacky haircut, Harry Potter glasses, pushed up against somebody's fireplace, can say, my family has money. I promise you, she's had a lot of African Americans up on her screen. None of those people have said or reported to be rich. And I don't think she would have been able to go with that story, and y'all believe it so wholeheartedly. Yet, we've been able to watch this young man go up and down our screens and just say, I have generational wealth and money, and everyone take it in. Y'all, I'm so sorry. When we talk about racial injustice or systematic oppressions or implicit biases and how it has come into our systems, in our minds, when even to make it more relatable, when women talk about the what beauty looks like, the description of beauty, and the only thing that you're seeing throughout life, skinny, you have this waist, you're white, you're blonde, that becomes a part of everyone's psyche. So then that's the ideal of beauty. And when you think about money, this is the ideal of money. Because Lil Ray could come up on here and be like, yo, Sharrell, I got generational wealth. I'm telling you, my family got it generations on generations. We came here started the first HBCU. I'm telling you, and we've been able to do this for centuries and for years. I live here in Potomac. People would have been like, nope, it's a lie. Yep. It's a lie. That boy coming up in here lying. Mm-hmm. But yet, here this white boy go, sitting down in front of somebody's fireplace at a nursing home, saying, hey, my family has been able to, did put his grandma's pearls back, okay? And now he's lying. And Sharrell sitting there drinking out of empty cups. What does this world come to?
It's just crazy. Just because someone says they have money doesn't make them expert on shit, and it doesn't make them better than any of us or any of you. So,
or the truth.
So, like, why? I think that's one of the things that bugged me the most, that people were just on this kid's, not now it's a kid, so I can't say that, but like on this guy's, jock about it. And I was just like, just because he says he has money, like all of a sudden we're like, oh yes, and we all like, all of a sudden we're all dumb. We're like, tell us more about your boarding school and how to financially diversify my assets and 401k. Is that right? And it's like, he doesn't know. He was just born 2 hours ago. He just got potty trained from Coco Melon, which has a great potty training song. But I don't like, eat the rich. The rich are the problem right now. Like the 1%.
He wouldn't be eating. He would not have been eaten. They wouldn't have ate him. I'm just saying, defront Andrew, fraud Andrew, insufficient funds Andrew, and everybody over there at the Sharrell show. We need to get a team together that we need to really get into investigative discovery, making sure that we're really looking into the backgrounds of the individuals.
She had people call in, and one person was like, well, maybe you want to like run their driver's license. The poor guy.
I couldn't do it.
They were so nice. She's like, maybe I'm going to have to. I don't know. And then it just seemed as though, so the apology for me was,
what apology?
I would say it wasn't a good apology. I would
Thank
say she
you.
needs to come out. You really disparaged Up and Adam. You really, no matter what anyone's feelings are, maybe
She
they're
needs to
not a
try to have
fan.
him on her show. Try to reach out to him.
I bet you he doesn't even want to do it at this point.
You think so?
But listen, the fact that let's check now that we're over 7 hours out of her now
guys, how are
calling and saying, calling out and saying that Adam
guys,
did
how are
not
you?
steal from her the story and did not sell it to Page 6. So how many hours are we from that? From her, let's see. I'm Not a Liar came out 8 hours ago. She still, the true apology will lie in the fact if she still had, if she takes down this video.
And she won't.
Because it's monetized. And so as much as we want to claim that, oh, we're so great and we're so righteous and, you know, oh, everyone's so scammers.
That video
in this
has
business,
more than anyone that's on that page.
Look at, you have things that she dropped. Let's even the Erica Girardi story, which should be the big story. Her own drama she knows since this John Yates makes more views, you know. And I mean, this one's got 22,000. Erica Girardi's got 89. Hers, her Betrayed, where she falsely accuses Up and Adam, has 121,000. Even her Katie Joy has only 22. I mean, this one's close with Pastor Jamal Bryant cheating on Giselle again, 107.
That's always great.
Yeah, I mean, those are always fun. So I see that. But this, you know, personal one, and now even the Up and Adam one, are, you know, his vindication is 26. I would say.
What do you think that her relationship would be like with Fraud Andrew? Because she will. They said that the team was correct. That's what Alex said. Alex said everything about the information. Those sprinkled in some.
Sure, because the sources that work their ass off to get that information, like, or, you know, just looking at the federal court documents and stuff, that information is correct. So wherever this young kid stole it from, that's where he got it. He doesn't have money. He doesn't, and this is just me talking, you guys, and I put it on everything. Like, he doesn't have money. Everything. He doesn't have money. He doesn't have all this stuff. His parents aren't wealthy people. This is a classic catfish situation. And he got these stories because kids are smart these days. And us oldies, we can't keep up. I used to think I'll never be like that. But now I can't even keep up with my 6-year-old niece knows. She's able to like teach my mom all this stuff on her phone. I couldn't teach her how to do. So he's able to find these stories. That this information that's already out there. He's not breaking anything. He doesn't have any special. If anything, he's probably catfishing another person, acting as though he's someone else, maybe to get information. But
King Page 6.
Sharrell did say that she would hire him if he was of age.
Once he becomes of age, and that's the tomfoolery right there. You go through all of this, and you still like, you got a job, you got a friend in me, Andy. Once you're of age, first of all, should be waiting years. You got a whole decade, you'll still be doing YouTube, and then I wouldn't want that job.
Yeah, should be waiting years. I mean, if he literally is 13, 14, 15 years old, should be
waiting for a long time. And at that point, you should be on television. I'm gonna hope.
Well, sometimes it's better off not even being on TV. Let me tell you, Busy, because some of these TV contracts and the stuff they got you in. I mean,
bro, know I'm not trying to go that way. Whichever way the wind blows for Joleen and Busy, I'll go. But outside of that, don't look for me. Don't call for me. King Page 6, lose my number. I was just talking to you. Lose my number.
Hello, this is King Page 6 again.
No,
hello.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do
like Movie Phone. Hello and welcome to Movie Phone. You remember that?
I don't know if people know that. I don't know if people know that.
Old people do. Okay, so Andrew did post on his Instagram. I don't know if it's deleted. I think Busy checked and it wasn't. So it's Andrews _lifestyle_RH. Said, he said, I wanted to make a really heartfelt apology to Adam. What I did was wrong, and I'm taking accountability for my actions. My most sincerest apologies to him and his fiance for the struggle and troubles it put them through. Here's the thing. This is most likely a kid. Thank you, Busy, for holding that. This is most likely a kid who just, you know, felt, obviously he was, you know, trying to do something and be something he wasn't. He probably felt very intimidated, maybe jealous of Up and Adam, and wanted to be the only one. That's a very childlike mentality. That's why I thought it was so weird when he and Sharrell were on Instagram Live talking as though everyone's copying us. Oh my God. It was like they had a burn book or something. You know, it was very weird.
Why didn't he say anything about Sharrell? Can you read that again? Did he say anything about Sharrell? Sorry, my phone's on nighttime time.
No, because I feel like I feel like this kid's taking full responsibility. And Sharrell basically said during this live, which was a little problematic. She said, I didn't have to come forward. I could have just let this be and never said anything. Well, no, you did have to, because you falsely accused a colleague and a friend of stealing and selling your intellectual material. So no, you had to come forward because it's the morally right thing to do. Like, all jokes aside, you had to come forward.
True.
You wouldn't leave someone hanging like that. You disparaged this young man who's trying to build up his channel, and a lot of people listen to you and believe in you, so you had to say sorry as a good person, which I believe Sharrell is. I don't believe Sharrell to be a bad person.
Oh yeah, I will say this. At one point, I was like, "Oh my God, this girl, she's just pulling our legs." At this point, I started to think, "This is sad," and somebody needs to go out and help her. I think that she is getting betrayed. Now I am starting to believe. It took Busy a little bit of time, but now I am starting to believe she's getting betrayed, and she needs somebody in her corner. Like, if I don't like somebody who I feel like, okay, Joleen, girl, stop, because I don't have to bop this person upside their head. She gonna need somebody in her corner who's gonna have to bop somebody upside their head real quick, or bop her and say, "Girl, no, we're gonna have to not listen to them." Just like I tell you, be like, "Oh, should I accept this friend request?" I slapped the shit out of you, Joleen.
Yeah,
you did.
I've asked Busy for, should I reply to this person? He goes, no. I usually check Busy, Ina, Sarah. If those three say no, you're wrong, because Chell's like, who's that? And I'm like, I can't. You know, Chell's just like, don't talk about nothing, nobody that's crazy that's gonna go cuckoo on us. But yeah, he says for the trouble that he put them through for his action, so he put it out there. But I do think that when I was watching this live and she kind of took offense to even the idea, because Perry just was trying to help her and was like, hey, but you are taking accountability. She's like, of course, I'm sorry. Of course. It's like, no, we got to all take a deep breath and step back. And, you know, you're the adult in this situation. And I get that you want the tea. I get that you want the juice. I get that you want that because it helps your channel. But you gotta do your due diligence. You just can't take any geek off the street to come in and be like, I'm rich. I'm a blue blood. Hello. Should we wear pearls and pretend to drink from a glass? Does that sound good? So no, it's just I would listen to V. I would listen to Alex. I would team up with your sister Alex. Like, team up with.
First of all, V needs to get some rest.
Mm-hmm.
Put your blowjobs in the comments for V. First of all, that's to talk about a trooper. You sitting out here running around with fraud Andrew, insufficient funds Andrew, and you should be telling V, sit down, get some rest, take some NyQuil, take some DayQuil. Have you had some Mucinex? You know, because she was coughing up a lot. I thought I was catching something through the screen.
Poor V, get well soon, V. Get well.
And she was like, "Well, V, do you want to take off?" And she's like, "No."
She was like, I'm fine. She was wiping. I mean, I know that sick feeling where you're like sweating. Thank you allegedly for the super sticker.
Thank you allegedly.
So let us know what you guys think in the chat. I'll highlight some comments here. Let's see.
Yeah, we will have to go soon.
Chell liked my comment on his YouTube channel. Yay, Chell's the best.
Look at you, Gina. You're moving up one rich person at a time.
Yes. Yes, and her oldest son as well. He needs to get. I think
Lizzie. I liked Lizzie little hair. She was giving us cute. What's that girl who played in Twilight? She was giving me her.
Mm-hmm. Andrew apologized via phone to Adam too, but not Sharrell. Oof.
Wait a second. How do we know this? I need more context, more information.
Maybe, I don't know if Adam put it out there. Let us know how you guys know that. I wasn't sure of that.
Heather McDonald said, not funny, Busy, not funny at all. What? What's not funny?
I don't know.
I don't know. Heather, you gotta let me know. You know, I love constructive criticism, but you need to be a little bit more detailed. I still love you, Heather. We're gonna call you Heather Bird King because I don't like McDonald's like that.
Tina says, on Cheryl's behalf, it was a panic time, so it was a panicked apology. Once she found out that it wasn't true, Cheryl wanted to clear the Yes, so it's good that she wanted to clear the air.
That's true, yeah.
But I
yeah.
do think take a minute when these things happen before you jump live. There's been times I wanted to jump live and be like, I am going to go ham. And there's been times I've said things on lives which I wish I didn't say. Of course, we all have those moments. But I think now that you jumped and panicked on the Adam is bad, and then you went on multiple platforms
double
to say
down.
That and double down, I think now you need to sit back and process it for a minute and really think, I need to get this across. Not a team behind me to kind of make excuses for what I did, but to truly be held accountable. Like, I misread this situation entirely, and I feel for Up and Adam, and he's been a friend to me. He didn't deserve this. I should have vetted Baby Gap before he came on the channel, and I'm taking down the biggest thing would be I'm taking down the betrayed video.
That betrayed video.
Listen,
to be honest, that's the only thing that's on there.
You can keep the Wendy Williams part out. You just got to edit it. You can edit it within YouTube. Keep the 2 minutes
that's 3 minutes.
You can have a 3-minute video. Keep the 3 minutes. Take everything else off. You can still make money off it because I know that is that's your job. So I get it. But as long as you keep making money off this video that basically says, even though I know they'll say, well, she never named him, but people knew who she was talking about. If you are close enough to these channels, you can figure it out. It's not hard,
So Heather McDonald says she jumped the gun for sure, but she had been sick, had a 6 stun, 600. You know what? But we talked about that, Heather. And I'm sorry for picking on you, Heather, on Bird King, but we talked about that. She should not have gone live had she knows that. Look, let me tell you something. I don't even know my job like that, but if my team that's supposed to give me all the information and verification aspects were down, I'm not going live or saying anything is fact because I cannot verify it. That's not my thing. If I got interns, staffers, individuals who are supposed to be doing all the fact checking and they give me the information, they're not going to say, I have a team of people who have checked this and they're all sick and nobody's checked anything, then girl, you won't see me here. Just like that girl who was like, oh, all those things were. Did you see my repost on Instagram with Naza E lookalike?
Oh, I was gonna do an impression of her, then SNL did it. I might still do it.
Oh, she's like, all of those things were fraudulent. All 30,000 of them. I guarantee 100,000 of them are. Girl, it's only 30,000. You're reaching now, but I cannot sit here and give more than I actually know. And I think that she should have paused and stopped and said, look, take a break, okay? Just like she just need to take a break. She kept trying to rush her through it. This is when you get into mistakes like this. I can't sit here and give leeway when you don't do your due diligence as a larger YouTube, larger platform.
Careful. Yeah, you have to be so careful. Brandy's saying Adam called Sharrell 28 times to clear it up before her apology. And I think people were asking how she knew that. And she said, per Jason, Adam's husband, Andrew called and apologized to Adam. Wow. Well, you know what? This kid, here's the thing. The good thing is you're a kid. You made a mistake. Things will be fine. Please to God, nobody go bully this kid. Please to God.
Please don't do it.
And also don't give him a platform. Let him be a kid and grow and learn, and don't get him involved in this effed up world because look at all the people. I mean, it's not a healthy world for young people at all. So good on him. I hope that Sharrell calls Adam because she owes him a big apology.
Very much so.
Big. And this will start to affect your channel if you don't fully address it. It will.
Bobbles, you got put in timeout?
Bobbles, why'd you get put in timeout? I don't know.
Girl,
I can't see it. It might be an accident. I didn't do it. I can't see on StreamYard, and I can't put anyone in timeout. I'd have to go to my other screen. And
Bobbles, we would never.
No way, Bobbles. Yeah, so I agree. Johnny Crack TV said Sharrell needs to give V parental control over adding any new panelists. I think that's true because I feel as though the core she has really cares about her. you know?
For sure.
And there's no need. I get that you need to get these information and tips, but really work on your sources. Cause I would think that someone at her level, and again, I'm not at that level, because, you know, a lot of people would think, well, I would think 11 years in comedy, I thought I'd have this, that, and the other thing. You never know what you're going to have. But I would think she would have some more context. So maybe work on that, but your team is tight. Alex, your sister looks totally rad. She can bring some like legal perspective or something. I don't know if she wants to do that. Maybe she's, you know, doesn't want to do that. V has got your back. Obviously you have your husband, you have Gio. You know, he seems like a really cool dude. You got Andrew Gabor. Andrew Gabor's rad as hell.
Yeah. Can we get a count update?
We stan Andrew Gabor. Let's see. Give Me Shelter said the YouTube drama is better than the reality shows recapped. And thanks 20. Exactly. Give Me Shelter.
Oh, for sure. First of all, we got to thank them for giving us something to give y'all. We really thought we was going to do this like for a couple of episodes. Yeah. Bro, we have become the YouTube. If you want to know what's going on YouTube, we can tell you.
The drama channel. So you guys keep sending us stuff you want us to cover. We're not going to pick all of it because some stories are played out or some stories are a little creepy. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting. It's definitely interesting, especially because we're all so close in this world and we kind of have ties to each other. But me and Busy just try to keep it with how we feel. We keep it funny and also our biased opinions, which isn't fact or truth. It's just our feelings.
We barely have the facts. We always have the truth, and we have the humor.
Yeah, I did Pity Love see that they had like a falling out briefly.
With Gio?
Well, that was a while ago, and then they're back.
Oh, I saw that. They're back. Okay.
But I don't know what happened with that. But he's back, so I just stay out of that.
236 likes and only 400 people here. Y'all, smash the like bell just like Joleen said. This is outrageous. This is outrageous. See, y'all come in here, y'all barely giving likes. Okay, that's your admission ticket.
Well, and more, yes, you have to like, excuse me, and more proof that V knows what's up is V from the jump had Up and Adam's back and was like, no, Sharrell. And V even said it like, I had your back, Adam. She knew something sounded fishy. So it looks like Sharrell does need these. Sharrell, you're lucky that you have these good people behind you and just keep it to that and keep it moving. Keep it moving. Yeah, I think everyone's related. I think we're finally, because all of a sudden it's like, this is my sister, this is my cousin, this is my husband. Somehow V, I'm sure, is related to Sharrell. If we'll ever find out, we don't know. We don't know.
The mystery, and we hope not too soon because we still need videos to do.
Yeah. Well, yeah, if you guys got other YouTubers you want us to look into, I know you guys have sent us some Katie Joy stuff, but that's like through, I mean, oh my God, I can't, I wanted to cover it because it's a Minnesota girl, but it's like, I don't even know where to start.
I haven't even looked.
And so many other YouTubers cover it. And then she's got drama with a bunch of other YouTubers and she's like copyright struck them and all that stuff. So I was like, did I just hear myself? So I don't know if I even want to get. So Shannon Vance, I've always had Sharrell's back through everything until Sunday.
Oh, Shannon Van, but now you have our back. Well, I got Jolene's back. Jolene got my back, and then you got our back. It's a 2 and 2, and then it's a 1. Okay, and we're gonna dominoes this thing. Come on, Shannon Van. And I love everything that you got going on over here. Thank you. Okay, Jolene, I definitely have to get off of here. Okay,
are we still gonna do our Potomac? Or are we?
Go! How?
Okay. We'll push it out. Sorry, I could go live again with you. I just love you so much. And I love Potomac and Atlanta, but we'll have to push it out.
We can do 11. We can do 11.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I just need to put my pizza in. I'm hungry.
Okay, you got to eat something. Okay, so if you guys 11 Eastern, so when's that? That's in like a half hour?
Half hour, yep.
We'll be back in a half hour. We're going to be recapping
Michael's supposed to get his A beat.
Michael Darby and Brown Penis are going at it. And then we have the first episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. So come back. I have a separate live set up for that. Thank you guys for all the super chats. Thank you for the fun in the chat. Thank you for the likes and the subs. Follow us on social media. Send us what you want us to cover next. Busy Blue, as always, you're just a delight. You're just the joy of my life.
So much. You're the joy of my life. And that background. I need that pillow with Santa Claus in the nose. Wait, am I reading it right?
It's a flower. It's my flower. It's my flower. It's now or never. Yes.
I love
And
it.
shout out to all my mods for working their asses off.
Y'all the best. Y'all the BEST best. Shout out to all the mods. Put your blow Joes in the chat. Smash that like bell.
3 days behind on Vlogmas, so I have to do that tonight too. But I know.
I'm on time.
I get myself into these troubles. All right, you guys, we love you. Thank you so much. Subscribe to me, subscribe to Busy. We'll be back in a half hour covering Potomac and Atlanta. Bye.
Dance.